Many rappers will pass away in their prison cells due to the serious crimes they committed. Rappers often commit crimes to keep up their gangster image, just like Lil Durk. Did you know Lil Durk isn't only facing life in prison for the passing of Lil Pab, but also is now named in the cases of Stefan Mack and OTF Jam's baby mama? It was announced Durk's linked in a Chicago passing where he's alleged to have been behind the passing of Stefan Mack. It's believed that Mack was targeted as revenge for the passing of Durk's brother D-Thang on January 27th, 2022. They haven't officially charged him, but he's named in recently unsealed paperwork before his detention hearing today. The courtroom even revealed an Instagram story posted by Durk that reads, "For D-Thang," that was posted 30 minutes after Stefan Mack passed. To go with the Instagram story, Durk even laughed on his Instagram live the next day.
You can't see other shit. What? Tweaking my folks. Hey, somebody always said, slap a car. Somebody always said, slap a car.
However, the passing of OTF Jam's baby mama is the one to be afraid of. Did you know she was targeted because Durk already knew Jam was up to something with the feds? It was announced Durk has been playing 3D chess this entire time. He knew OTF Jam was gonna cooperate.
I see shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
Durk spoke on this further, saying how he doesn't allow his friends to know where he lives anymore. Because he found out about the snitching, he wasn't willing to risk anything and lock down any information circulating. Even in Durk's tone, you can tell he's sad about Jam snitching on him.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. We're gonna have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the.
You gotta watch. Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
However, Durk found out about Jam telling on him too late, cause this Instagram live was revealed that shows Jam adjusting the wire he was wearing with Durk, as he constantly touched his jacket and whispered in it, making sure it was connected.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. Like, you said, he took out.
Check on your man, let you got his head.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, when I was growing up, I
What happened to Dare?
Architect. What happened to who? What happened to Dare? School trying to stop down.
All that whooping on the net, it got your man sitting.
Metro!
Because in the following weeks after finding out about Jam informing on Durk, it was reported over 230 gigs of digital evidence is being processed for discovery, which includes audio recordings, surveillance footage, and 20,000 pages of reports. With most of the files being Jam's recordings, it was wild to learn that Jam is the same guy that Durk gifted $50,000 to after he was released from prison.
You know what's name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, bro.
Get in the milk so baby mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
for my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. My sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did now?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah, that's your latest bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
With Jam even saying in an interview how thankful he is for Durk and confirming the gifts that were given to him.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years?
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told them nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with just OTF period?
Get linked in. Right. We grew up together. This ain't no. people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know.
Yeah, cause he's super solid, but like a, you know what I'm saying? He said, Jam get out that jam and give him 50. He ain't gotta ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's rumored the feds looked into Durk being the lead man of Pab's passing after Brick Baby spoke publicly saying, "You can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because they got Lil Pab." Because once Durk was arrested, Brick Baby was on live stream and he'd react to his old interview where he says it, making it look like he could have drawn federal attention to Durk's name.
But was this an attempted hit or
Well, they can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
Like, who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
federal charges in California?
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the...
Oh! What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
But with people snitching on Durk, it made him angry, as Durk decided to send his goons after OTF Jam in return, with reports coming out saying OTF Jam was found by OTF members hiding in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on Durk, alongside a photo of where Jam had been staying at. But in an attempt to save Durk and get him out on bond, it was announced his lawyers proposed a $3.3 million bond backed by equity in his homes and cash from Sony Music. With how serious his crimes are, it was quickly denied, but the judge granted Durk's lawyers a chance to give reasons why the rapper should be released from jail. If they fail in proving why, it will be the end of Lil Durk. The first thing his lawyers came up with was reasoning and proof on why they couldn't use specific lyrics against him. Because it was announced in court, Durk's producer says in a declaration that the Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy song with Babyface Ray, which prosecutors say Durk bragged about the passing in, was recorded 7 months before the incident. His lawyers proved it in court too with this document from the studio, which clearly shows the file was recorded back in January 2022, while Lil Pab's passing happened in August 2022. The lyrics in question from the song were Durk rapping, "Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no," which is exactly how Lil Pab's best friend Quando Rondo reacted at the scene.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
More lyrics from the song include Durk rapping, "Told me they got an Addy, they got the location, go." Prosecutors believe it connected to Brick Baby, saying that he would have given Durk Quando's location if he ever asked.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd up it.
Right.
But their second reasoning to defend Durk was that he's not being protected correctly in jail, because it was reported sources allege Lil Durk's fast prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Being a high-profile rapper likely caused him to be targeted for commissary and money, as they gave the judge a heads up on Durk's well-being in jail and that it's not being protected. But in a crazy twist in the case, Durk's lawyers believe it's Quando Rondo trying to get revenge on Durk, because when reports came out on Durk's well-being, Quando and Lil Tim did interviews talking about the Durk situation. Lil Tim, who was the one that took out King Von, said the whole situation should have been avoided and that Durk threw away his life for nothing.
No, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f***ing shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
But this led to Quando saying something similar, but mentioned how Durk has family and responsibilities that he just left for themselves.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
And with Durk getting into altercations in the better cell block, they have now moved him to another one with even worse conditions. As we heard Charleston White talk about it and said how it's similar to YNW Melly's situation and that they don't deserve good jail lives.
Even the YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing, about being mistreated, when you done chose to play somebody.
But when it came time for the prosecutors to bring out more evidence on Durk, they showed how there's a long-time connection between King Von and the men who took Lil Pab. This security footage links them together way before King Von passed away, which gives them a clear motive of getting revenge for Von while getting paid by Durk to do it.
Solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
Even DJ Academics is laying out timelines of the crimes Durk is involved in, and when he released his album, as it makes clear sense when you look at why his album was titled Almost Healed.
2020 Von, 2021 his brother dies. 2022, the niggas who his brother, they get clapped. The who Von, at least a cousin of theirs get clapped. 2023, he drops an album, I'm Almost Healed. You ever think about that, Chad? It's like poetic. 2020, Von dies. 2021, his brother dies. 2022, get back for both those situations. 2023, I'm Almost Healed. Crazy, huh?
Rumors also came out about more members snitching against Durk, but OTF Bay Zoo came out and calmed everyone down.
Don't no motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on, for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all done threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on, for real. On my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
Even Durk took matters into his own hands and called on a jail phone, saying that everyone is standing strong and that no one is going into protective custody.
This call is from a federal prison. Say what, brother?
I said, I know you're but if you need anything, you know I got you.
You know I appreciate it. You know the thought that count,
yeah. Yeah, I know how that be, but it don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money. Except for that first time. Once it was that, it was that. Once it was like then, it was everything was history.
Yeah. I still got these same. I came up here like shit. Where you from? What you got going? I'm into it, yeah.
Man, what? The PC. Hey.
I thought they thought a computer, you downstairs, they be like, man, you know you, man, send me upstairs. Whatever it is, I got to tap to you. Nah, for sure. Can't go no more with a PC and come out acting all crazy.
But despite the charges against Durk looking terrible, a lawyer gave his professional opinion on the situation, stating when he believes his release date will be.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, didn't actually kill the guy, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
With it announced, Kodak Black's attorney Bradford Cohen says Lil Durk has a chance to beat the King Von and Quando Rondo revenge case, unless OTF testifies against him. He says, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him.
When it comes to Durk Banks, so far I've seen one text that says don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
However, YNW Melly committed one of the worst crimes imaginable and will likely be snitched on. Did you know the prosecutors are making YNW Bortland snitch against Melly in the upcoming retrial? Because the prosecutors are now sending in paperwork to have Bortland and Melly tried together for one specific reason.
Issue here, and you can try them together. It is to the benefit of the state to try them together. Just more efficient. You don't have to do things again and again. Do it all at once. And also, you get a better chance of having them incriminate each other during the trial. It benefits the defense to sever it. That way, they can point the finger at each other and get away with it. So this is what's going on. But I don't think it should be automatically severed because the state is seeking a penalty for Melly, because it's only the penalty phase of the trial that would be different, not the guilt phase. The guilt phase is the same. They're both capital crimes. You're seeking the penalty on one, not the other, but that goes into the second part of the trial, the penalty phase, only if Melly is found guilty.
It's common sense that if Bortland knows he didn't commit the full crime against Sack Chaser and Juvie, he won't be able to sit there and take life in prison to the chin, making it likely he will point the finger against Melly. This makes complete sense too, considering Melly's lawyers already tried pinning the crime against Bortland in the first trial.
Those were his lies. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car with two bodies, car riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies. He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having a phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in his pocket, not Cortland Henry.
He revealed it's always been Bortland that's told lies to the feds. He's the one who had powder residue on his hands, and he's the one who was caught with Juvie and Sack Chaser when they passed. A forensic scientist in the first trial even announced that Bortland had powder on his hands that is consistent with someone who discharged a firearm.
So the right hand of Cortland Henry contained two component particles, and the left hand contained one particle characteristic of residue and one two-component particle.
Okay. And can you explain to us what that means?
Basically, overall, there was residue present on the hands.
Bortland didn't like this, but luckily Melly's trial ended in a mistrial, and it was reported Bortland tweets a mysterious message on the same day Melly's mistrial was declared. The tweet reads, "Mind games don't work on people like me," with a handshake emoji, which could mean he's accepting a deal with the state. However, this is only the start of Melly's recent problems, because reports revealed that Melly's mom announced that she started a fans account while he stands trial. Melly's mom was even featured in an interview to talk about why she did it and how much she's made.
Why did you decide to break the internet the other day? You're saying that you're YNW Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and you know, I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to know the first day.
The first day was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Day one.
This took the internet by storm. Even DJ Academics shared this about it.
So YNW Melly's mom has announced that she's going to be starting the old. And I got to be honest with y'all, man. Like, this is perplexing. The reason why it's perplexing is because I can't understand why she's doing this. Your son is fighting for his life. How much, you know, there's certain mothers in hip hop, and you probably could name a few. I won't name all of them. That I feel like their son became stars, but they also wanted to be stars as well. Blueface's mom is one of them. The situation between Melly's mom and Melly, I always thought was interesting, but I never thought she'd be doing this. If you're wondering if she's doing this for money, this can't be a money play. Like, no way, no how.
While Academics claims it's not about money, social media disagreed, because a no-jumper interview with Melly's mom and his brother B-Slime shows Adam asking about all the money Melly has had to spend on lawyers. Melly's mother Jamie sat back and laughed, but his brother B-Slime called Melly out for spending his money in dumb ways.
I would assume
But it's still,
that he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry and you're not here to wear the jewelry?
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine, but it's just like, it was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want to chain no more.
Although when you go into the mind of Melly's mother, she's been through a lot, and she likely wanted to start a fans account as an outlet to get her mind off of Melly's trial, because there were multiple times that Melly had to ask if she was okay. Although Melly's financial struggles will only continue to get worse with his ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, returning to the United States. With it being reported, Melly's ex-girlfriend has been released from her detention facility after Judge Fiend ruled for her release on February 7th. The hearing marked the first time Melly and Mariah had seen each other in person since he surrendered himself to the sheriff's office in February 2019. Melly was seen on this day sitting in the courtroom until he saw Mariah for the first time in 6 years. He smiled massively while trying not to make too much eye contact. Even courtroom reporters say he teared up. When Mariah was released, she shared a post which reads, "And to my village, thank you to my village. I love y'all so much. God's plan, not mine," as she didn't like that the courtroom was broadcasted to the local news.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
With Mariah getting an understanding of how jail is, she refuses to go back. And the feds already know that Mariah has information on what happened on the night of Sack Chaser and Juvie's passings. So as part of her deal to be released, she agreed she would testify against Melly in the upcoming trial. The feds have already dug into her iCloud account, which revealed suspicious activity with Melly and getting her to not testify in the original trial, which is the reason for Melly getting hit with the witness tampering charges. These charges are so serious that even if Melly is found innocent against Sack Chaser and Juvie, he can still face life behind bars for the witness tampering.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
It stacks up even more lawyer fees since it's considered a different case. But this makes you wonder how Mariah has any information about the crime. But it turns out she supposedly had a call with Melly right around the time of the crime, which is crucial in knowing what happened. However, even Juvie's father dug into Mariah, and he found out how Melly witness tampered with her, as he spoke about the code words Melly used.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
with Melly witness tampering, the jail can't allow him to have any communication. So Melly's been unable to use the jail phones and his mail for several months. Jamie King didn't like this, and she spoke in an interview about how it's not fair he can't contact anyone.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
The jail wouldn't take his privileges away on just a hunch, meaning they likely have recordings of Melly tampering over the jail phone. However, it doesn't make it any easier for Melly's mother. She continued the interview and shared how she feels completely heartbroken and helpless for her son, since he's not even being treated like a human in jail.
When you saw Melly's statement,
just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This sparked a lot of attention in social media as we heard Charleston White give his 2 cents on the situation. He says this is how Melly should be living, with no special treatment.
Even the YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
It even got Boozie's attention, who spoke on the stress his mother must be going through.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
Melly's lawyers even tried arguing his innocence in court. They told the new Judge Fiend that no firearm was ever found at the original trial.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
While also sharing GPS evidence from when the crime was going down that proves Melly was running down the street according to when he texted his girlfriend.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah. He's like, yeah, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juvie? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
But this wouldn't be enough to have Melly released from jail. The retrial has taken over a year since his original trial, and the prosecutors have continued investigating Melly more. They created a new file to make sure he never received a bond. They found that Melly was very close with King Von, leading to his arrest. It turns out Melly supposedly asked King Von for advice on handling a money situation with his friends Sack Chaser and Juvie, as said by a former O-Block member close to King Von.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was 2 friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument, and so you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it, and so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me, bro. Why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his 2 friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
J Hood claims Sack Chaser and Juvie were after Melly for financial gain. The way it breaks down is that the YNW business was split 4 ways between Melly, Bortland, Sack Chaser, and Juvie. However, the issue was that Bortland and Melly were working every day. From performing concerts to selling merch and doing promotions, Melly and Bortland were bringing in the most money. On the other hand, Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted an equal split, but did not work for it and brought in barely any money. So if you know King Von and how he handled situations, you can guess how Von would have told Melly to handle it. As prosecutors couldn't piece together the motive originally, but they have now. As it's clear, Melly wanted all the money to himself and wanted Sack Chaser and Juvie to stop getting a cut. And when you pair it with evidence of Melly admitting to the crime on his phone, it gets bad.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Also on Melly's phone is a video that shows how Melly and Bortland acted hours after the crime. You'd think they would be sad for their fallen friends. However, they both seem excited and happy as they dance with each other.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
As they showed no care for Sack Chaser and Juvie on the day of their passings. Knowing how they handled it emotionally, the prosecutors investigated the Jeep from the night of the crime. In the expert's findings, he said there's no way it could have been a drive-by, and that whoever did it had to be in the car.
How many rounds were inside of the car?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that emanate from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here. The at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
With confirmation of someone in the car doing the crime, the prosecutors had Juvie's mother confirm which one was in the back left seat.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
I'm Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
A rapper soon to be sentenced to life in prison for the passing of Julio Foolio is Yungeen Ace. Did you know the Jacksonville sheriff just called out Yungeen Ace by name for the passing of Julio Foolio? It was reported Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters sends a PSA to Ace and his crew, ATK, after Julio Foolio's hitters were caught.
So Yungeen Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them. I won't speak to the chief's investigation. That's up to TPD. We don't have an investigation on him right now, but he can't move around in Jacksonville without us knowing about it. And that's for the betterment of our community.
After the police confirmed Ace's involvement, it resulted in tweets saying, "The streets saying Foolio's goons finally caught Ace lacking. This Jacksonville beef is just getting started." This Instagram live from Ace that likely made Foolio's gang very angry as he tweeted, "Ain't no such thing as ATK no more. That stuff is gone and over with."
I say no more ATK, it ain't no more. What you talking about? Niggas don't do shit. They don't do shit. You tripping. Everybody always got shit to say. These niggas. When it's time for the lawyers to be paid, where the f***ers be at? Got all this shit to say, where the f***ers be at though? What be need to get buried? When the time to spend that money, where the f***ers be? Always got shit to say, but don't be on shit, man. They don't get no feet wet or nothing, man. You niggas be talking, man. What's wrong with these, man? Talking about uncomfortable, don't talk like me. Don't get the man. When I say no more ATK, ain't no more.
But did you know DJ Academics already assumed all this is happening, telling Ace that he's next to be dealt with?
Whack 100 recently spoke about you and he says, "You're next."
Why would you say that, bro? Why would you wish that for me?
I don't know if he was wishing that. I think he's just thinking about, like, you know, in terms of, you know, people want to get the target, like the high profile target. And if Foolio is out the way, now they're like, well, the only way to make another thing is you.
Why wish that on me, bro? Man, bro, I've been living my whole life, twin. I'm letting you get up on. I'm not letting nobody get up on me, so I don't.
With his passing now, right? Does it mean that this whole situation is over?
There's never no situation.
as academics would further discuss Ace's life on an incident that occurred to him a few years ago, when he was ambushed by several men while leaving a restaurant, which his brother passed from.
I'm trying to come for him. I try to hold RJ. I'm trying to hold him. I'm trying to RJ open the door. I open the door, I'm pushing him out. I'm like, I got you, bro. I got you. He grab a shirt. I'm like, bro, I can't move. He tell me he can't move. I jump out the car. Cope open the door. Cope said, call it everybody. Just call my.
Ace has been tried many times by his ops, however, the police are now targeting him. Recently, the 5 people arrested for the passing of Julio Foolio were arrested, with rumors circulating they were hired hitmen. From Alicia, Isaiah, Sean, Rashad, and Davion, police believe Ace was the main kingpin, which is why they've been canceling all his concerts, trying to limit Ace's business and income.
Jacksonville police and I don't know how they be doing this, but they always call around and cancel my shows. What's up with y'all? What's going on? Why y'all want to cancel my show? I don't even live there in Jacksonville. Why y'all want to cancel my? Why y'all trying to my money? Yeah, man, y'all trying to my life. Cause y'all worry about what I got going on. I ain't with y'all. Y'all canceled all my shows, but I just had a show in Tampa. Y'all got my show canceled in Tampa. I had a show in Virginia. I called, got my show canceled up. I had a show in Gainesville. Y'all canceled my show in Gainesville before. Daytona. You feel me? Like, what's really going on?
The police believe this for a specific reason after a video leaked online. It was reported Jacksonville rapper admits to targeting Julio Foolio because Ace put up $10,000 on his head.
Hey, on everything I love, bro. On the dead homies, bro. I put it on everything on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Julio Foolio that night when he got at his birthday celebration, bro. You feel me? I ain't gonna show my face and give my identity away or nothing like that, but you know, I did that, you feel me? It was money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace and them boys, you feel me? ATK, you feel me? I be in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me? If you know, you know. But yeah, you feel me? I did that, you feel me? I handled that, cause, you know, Ace had that money on his head, you know, Ace had them put that 10K up, told me to slide, told me to cause you know, he got tired of that nigga running his mouth playing all the time, you feel me? So what had to be done, you feel what I'm saying? So I just handled it, you feel me? It is what it is, bro.
As the police were able to find more evidence relating to Ace being the lead man to have Foolio dealt with, it reads, Julio Foolio, born June 21st, 1998, was involved in an ambushing by rival street members. Sunday morning in Tampa, what was supposed to be a celebration weekend for the rapper's birthday, turned into the worst thing imaginable due to social media. Foolio and his crew rented an Airbnb for the weekend. Once arriving at the B&B, Foolio posted on his Instagram story,
Hey, the pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. You already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address or DM Foolio booking ESPN. I'm gonna put it right here. We just got her, bruh. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up.
The party inside of the B&B only lasted 2 hours. Foolio would share the inside of the party, showing everyone on his Instagram there was drinks involved. Sharing him having a drink alongside 5 women, the girls are giggling, thinking everything's funny. Meanwhile, his ops were planning, as this was the first mistake of many for Foolio, showing millions of followers, including his ops, his every move, showing he won't be 100% if anything were to go down. An hour later, the police arrived at the Airbnb, calling the landlord of the home, who would eventually kick Julio Foolio and his crew out of the Florida crib. Julio would once again go to his Instagram posting his next move. This would be a poster for a club, telling many to pull up while also revealing the literal address of the club on the poster, trying to break the record on social media for the most location drops to his ops in one weekend. Once arriving at the club, he would post to his Instagram again, sharing exactly where he's sitting in the upstairs lounge of the club.
We came deep for my birthday, man. Everybody coming up the stairs. No cap, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We deep. We deep as 20 deep, lit everywhere we go.
This gave the ops plenty of time to get together, figure out a plan, and scope out Julio's location. But taking action on the 23rd of the month is very important to the ops. More on that later. When Julio and his crew were done in the club, they gathered in the parking lot while his manager figured out a place to stay. He scoped out a nearby Holiday Inn down the street and they began heading over. When arriving at the Holiday Inn, sources nearby claim everything was silent. This was until rival cars filled to the brim with street members targeted Julio's crew with firearms. A few people's main job was to locate Julio Foolio. After finding Foolio, you can guess what happened next. This was a clear retaliation against Julio, especially it being the 23rd of the month because it's the same day Julio Foolio dropped his hit track When I See You, making fun of Ace for losing his brothers. In the lyrics, Julio rapped, "Went out to eat on his birthday. 4 hit, 3 passed in the worst way. He kept dissing on me. Now we hitting 23. Now in present day, the same ops on the 23rd of the month and Julio's birthday hit a total of 4 people, similar to Julio's diss against them. Ace then rapped in his newest song, 4 in the car and 1 of them gone, 3 got hit, recreating Foolio's lyrics against him, further proving the retaliation by Ace's crew against Julio Foolio. 6 hours after the incident, it would be reported Ace dropped Do It, a direct diss track at Julio Foolio after his passing earlier today. Meanwhile, Ace's right-hand man shared on his Instagram an old tweet from King Von reading, "Game over, we won, stupid." However, the story gets crazier from here. 1 month before Julio's passing, he did an interview speaking on the beef in Jacksonville, as he reveals both groups were supposed to be making a song together to stop the crime.
No record. Y'all probably didn't know this. Even though I said what I said, bro. Me and J.Breeze supposed to be doing a Stop the Violence song. We probably gonna get that shit in motion. So I'm gonna just get that shit out the way for the kids, for the youth and shit. And yeah, we gotta make this look better, man.
You and J.Breezy have a Stop the Violence record coming.
Yeah, that shit, it's talked about. I DM'd him about it. My big cousin wrote him about it too. He said he with it, I'm with it. But basically right now we trying to find a beat.
Making many upset that this entire situation could have been avoided. However, rappers and celebrities in the industry have different thoughts, as Charleston White reacts by sharing.
And everybody saying, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, that works hard to die. Did he earn this here? And goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Way that lived and talk gangster, should nobody be sad what did happen to Julio Foolio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven.
That same cut, what's that?
Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. Nah, wait, that boy, listen, he had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that was making people mama cry. It's some people relieved, wiping their forehead saying, "Ooh, Lord, thank you." And then there's some people crying, said, "Oh, we gonna miss one leg, 1 foot."
As Charleston White is stating Julio's not going to heaven for one specific reason, which is the passing of Ace's best friend, ATK Mitch. In April 2022, officers saw Julio driving a Dodge Durango with illegal window tint. They'd pull over Julio to ask some questions. When suddenly a prosecutor showed up, things would get odd. The prosecutor searched Julio's vehicle illegally and told the officers who he was. After identifying who Julio was, he was arrested and thrown into the back of the cop's patrol car, where the officer questioned him on ATK Mitch's passing.
All right, so I ain't want to bring it up. I know you're going to be upset. Mitch, there's some texts I want to talk to you real quick about what happened to Mitch.
How long that's going to take?
Not that long. Depends on you. They're just going to ask you what you know about what happened.
It wasn't long before he was taken into an interrogation room to see if Julio would slip up about Mitch's passing.
I used to come to my mama's house. I used to stay on the corner. He used to come over there, show his, support.
What type of work do you do?
I'm an artist.
You're an artist. Okay. As far as Mitch go, what are you hearing?
Nah, really. I was in Miami when I heard the news. You know what I'm saying? I was down making music, and I saw posting on Instagram. Mitch, everybody, the whole Jacksonville, Mitch.
The detectives start looking at who Foolio was to Mitch and how they knew each other, while also asking where Foolio was at the time of Mitch's passing.
All right. The reason why I'm here, I am lead on your friend's case. Ooh. You ain't have a friend that just recently got killed?
A lot of friends that
recently. Mitch.
Oh yeah.
So I'm lead on that. I don't know how close you guys were. Can you kind of give me just run down on y'all relationship when y'all met? How long y'all been partners or whatever?
The detectives had nothing on Julio. Still, they knew he was involved with Mitch and tried fishing for any information they could get from him. But Foolio continues to tell the detectives he doesn't know anything.
Guys, if you may know or hear something, that'd be helpful as well. Because if you know his mom, you can sit up there and call his mom, then I'm pretty sure you would want her to have some answers as well.
My little brother I don't know who did. I don't know. I ain't hear. That's what I'm saying. You will never know. Know what I'm saying? I don't know. No, I just heard they say little bro got. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Miami at the time though. You ain't tired of that, man? Yeah, but I'm none of this.
While Foolio shuts down any involvement in Mitch's passing, they ask if Julio's music is why so much crime is around him, because the detectives are getting frustrated that Foolio's staying quiet.
Do you think that your music or your ways or the way you conduct yourself through your music had anything to do with him?
Nah, cause even before I was rapping, it was, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say it's my music, that's why somebody, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, do you think it influenced someone or triggered someone, like the way y'all going back and forth with it? Do you feel that way?
Nah, a song can't make no do nothing, bro.
Leaving many angry with Julio for lying to the police, but some look at Julio's passing as retaliation for ATK Mitch. However, Lil Baby was just tied into a case being the reason 2 people passed away.
Atlanta police are blaming a local rapper's music video for the deaths of 2 13-year-olds, and a $50,000 reward is being offered for more information. So far, 7 people have already been arrested.
Between the bullets, it was nothing but bullets, pop, 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 pop.
At least 25 shots fired.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was just a concert. I was waiting for Lil Baby to come buy my tacos up.
Did you know the Atlanta police named Lil Baby in an arrest warrant for the passing of 2 people? As this got Snoop Dogg's attention, who tweeted, "First Young Thug and now Lil Baby being played by that Atlanta DA. Y'all Atlanta rappers be careful out there." The official report on Lil Baby even reads, "The Atlanta Police Department is calling out Lil Baby, saying his actions led to the passing of 2 young individuals last summer." In a press conference on February 26th, Atlanta PD announced 7 arrests had been made in connection to the passing of Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman. The officer stated the incidents were part of a gang war, which started with ops going after Lil Baby's team during a music video shoot last May, where 3 people were injured. The officer is committed to finding Baby accountable when he announced, "This team will work relentlessly to hold you accountable."
The investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence was orchestrated by adults in our city. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
This all took place when Lil Baby recorded a music video outside a taco shop, which is where we saw the same lady from the news video Lil Baby at the scene, as she posted this video to Facebook.
Where y'all at? We over here kicking in. We got Lil Baby shooting a video around here. You know how we do it, that slapping taco. Baby, there he go, there he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, cause you already know how he doing this slapping tacos, baby.
According to law enforcement, the ops that did the crime didn't even know Lil Baby was there filming, and that it was the lady's Facebook post who alerted them of his presence. But what's concerning is the feds are still blaming Lil Baby. This resulted in a viral tweet which reads, "The Atlanta District Attorney wasn't successful getting Young Thug. She will target Lil Baby and use him as an example for the rest of the rappers. The ones who are constantly supplying gangs with fame, money, and items for street crimes." However, with this news officially coming out, it gives the clear reason why Lil Baby closed 4PF. Because when Lil Baby released his album Wham, reports came out sharing Lil Baby's new album Wham was a rushed release due to legal battles coming his way, as Baby closing 4PF was the first sign of this. This is when Lil Baby finally came out and revealed why he closed his record label, with the main reason being that he wanted to avoid it being labeled a street team.
First 4 Pockets Full had to come to an end, you know what I'm saying?
When you say of course, I mean, why you say of course?
Because all shit that be going on, and I had to start learning that, like, other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first, you know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't. Right. Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we're gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police, it's just period, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about.
This was hinted at the whole time from the district attorney, as she jumped on the news stating they had more charges on the way.
In that
Investigations. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
However, we heard DJ Academics share the trap that the DA Fannie Willis set up against rappers in Atlanta. It was confirmed just a week after Academics spoke on it, with it reported. Lil Baby was arrested Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit and was sent to the Clark County Detention Center, where he was held on $5,000 bail.
I need 20 bands. Call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy. Call the number for me. They locking me up for a but I got license. Security, I give you 200 bands a year. I swear to God, security. Security, I give you 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leave at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I gotta my nuts. Check me good. You on the counter? I gotta my nuts. Check me good. I gotta. Alright, y'all let me in that car. Shoot myself in the head. Y'all.
But it gets much deeper. Several months ago, Academics revealed on stream that 4PF was named on the same RICO documents that YSL and Young Thug were taken in for.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever. But these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
But with the YSL case now over, Academics revealed that Lil Baby's recent arrest seemed like a warning for a RICO charge coming his way.
I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fannie Willis started targeting YSL, Fannie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Durk, especially after Vaughn died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Durk eventually. You doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county, state watch.
This answers why Lil Baby's been very quiet the last 2 years. Ever since the YSL case was going on, Lil Baby was trying to get himself right as he prepared his music, businesses, and financials in case he was arrested on a RICO charge. Not to mention, with Fannie Willis failing at prosecuting Young Thug, she's more desperate than ever to get a big name locked up. But when you look at how Lil Baby even got involved in this mess, it all comes down to when Gunna snitched out of the YSL case, as it started their investigation into Lil Baby.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrant and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
As just 1 month after Gunna snitched, Baby was arrested for illegal window tints with the official body cam footage released.
Huh? Man, you know why I pull you over? These windows, they tinted. You can't see nothing out.
I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can't see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter. They give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. I'm gonna let my window up.
Oh, yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man.
All right, they give me the ticket. Have a good day, man.
Now, who are you? You say you,
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen?
827.
You don't be want to have these. You gotta have tits, man. That's these folks crazy. I take a ticket, then somebody follow me home.
You put a 32.
Huh?
You can put a 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get the 10.
But the body cam footage would end up corrupting, leaving fans to wonder how Lil Baby ended up in jail after only receiving a ticket for an illegal window tint. Many online commented that Baby could have been arrested and treated poorly for the color of his skin. Thankfully, Lil Baby flew his lawyer out on a private jet, which had him getting bailed out that night. But with Baby arrested multiple times in the recent months, it seems like he's being targeted, and very possibly by a former best friend. Because who else would want revenge against Young Thug and Lil Baby more than Gunna? When Thug first got out, he tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the nickname Wham clearly referring to Lil Baby, as Thug and Baby have teamed up together against Gunna. Lil Baby's been consistent with dissing Gunna throughout the entire YSL trial, and he responded to Young Thug's offer by saying, "We should." Young Thug continued going after Gunna though, as he tweeted, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet, I don't know you, my guy." This got the attention of Gunna's brother, who was quick to respond saying, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual." This is when we saw Young Thug link up with T.I. and he'd sneak diss Gunna by saying how he made it home and did it the right way, rather than snitching out of the case like Gunna did.
Hey man, what you gotta tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my rap.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
However, there's a serious problem for Young Thug if he continues sneak dissing Gunna, as DJ Academics pointed out that Fannie Willis predicted this all and is the reason why they gave him an easy plea deal out of prison. It was reported, Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations that he's got are a setup to try to put him back in jail, explaining it's set up for Thug to fail his plea agreements and he will go to prison for 20 years. With Baby on Young Thug's side, it's likely he could drag himself too far into it and end up behind bars with Young Thug.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about the game. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight. So we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
A rapper currently sitting in his jail cell waiting to be released is NBA YoungBoy. Did you know YoungBoy was just spotted in a new low-security prison in preparation of his release from jail?
That is.
YoungBoy had his prison sentence reevaluated after crafty lawyer work, but when you go back to the original court sentencing day, it started with a YoungBoy fan hacking into the courtroom and screaming, "Free YoungBoy."
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Golden's case is already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB. Free YB.
Free YB.
As YoungBoy entered the courtroom smiling and laughing as he reacted to the hacker who was screaming in support of him. When walking into court, YoungBoy signed off on a legal form, confirming he understands English while writing his education consists of the 8th grade level. But YoungBoy's sentencing kicked off with the judge reading off his charges as described by the prosecutors. They wrote that on March 10th, 2021, YoungBoy was arrested and charged with 1 count of firearm possession by a convicted felon and firearm possession of an unregistered firearm. YoungBoy originally caught these charges while recording a music video in a local neighborhood. He had his crew playing loud music, dancing on the hood of cars, and waving firearms in the air. A lady down the street caught wind of them making a disturbance down the street and called law enforcement. Describing to the police, there's several men dancing around holding firearms in the air. Once police arrived, they arrested YoungBoy since they knew he's got a long criminal history.
So yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video, that was shown, and it was very interesting because the cop comes right up to him, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him. And then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's who he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time YoungBoy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog white. And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held a gun in a music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. No, and it really shows you that these federal laws, as applied to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood, are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to take a good long look on what's going on there.
But in the process of the arrest, the cameraman knew YoungBoy couldn't get caught holding a firearm, so he tried deleting the footage. Unfortunately, he wouldn't finish deleting before police confiscated the camera. The police received clear footage of YoungBoy holding the firearms despite being a convicted felon. YoungBoy's lawyer tried arguing in court that the police obtained the camera illegally and should be dismissed in court, but it didn't hold up. As this was a huge swing in the YoungBoy case, with it announced, YoungBoy has lost his appeal with the feds, and now prosecutors can use footage of him holding firearms to convict him.
Update on NBA YoungBoy. He lost the appeal with the federal appeals court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court. What happened? So the federal judge, the lower court, ruled in his favor. She said that the video of him holding what looks like to be a is suppressed. Can't be used at trial against him. The way you guys obtained it, you violated his constitutional rights. Now, the government went to the 5th Circuit United States Court of Appeals. The 5th Circuit said, you know what, we have a different decision, and we're going to say that the government can use that evidence. It is going to be allowed in the case. Now, YoungBoy's got a couple of options. 1, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. I fully expect they will appeal to the Supreme Court. 2, you got to go to the government and say, look, this guy was locked up for a long amount of time. I think he was locked up for almost a year. He's been on house arrest for almost a year. How much time do you want him to serve, and think about doing a plea bargain? Ultimately, you can also take this case to trial and try to beat the feds and go 2-0 against them. He's previously beaten a federal.
At this moment in the courtroom, it got very emotional as the judge made a speech for YoungBoy and wished the best for his future, with court reporters announcing the judge gave YoungBoy a positive message about him being robbed of his talent and potential due to his addiction, and wished him the best of luck after he's out of prison.
Mr. Golden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
Thank you.
Anything
Thank you, Your
further?
Honor. That's all I have, if I could be excused.
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all.
After his sentencing, his lawyer updated fans on the case with him reporting, "I finally wrapped up YoungBoy's case. He got 23 months, but because of the way we worked it, with time served on another case in Louisiana, he should be out in 3 or 4 months." Not long after, jail records updated that YoungBoy will be getting released on July 27th, 2025, making his release date much closer than many expected. But suddenly on March 3rd, Rich the Kid did an interview with academics. They both agreed YoungBoy will be released in the coming days.
Drake, YB, Durk, right now. And I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was even looking at my Spotify like recap. Yo, I think hip hop is due, like, YB has to stay out of jail. Yo, we're thirsty for his There's a
Get out in March, right?
yeah, it's
Excited for him.
more music with him.
Wait on it. Wait on it.
However, YoungBoy won't be released for long. A lawyer broke down YoungBoy's other case that's pending. YoungBoy's wanted for skipping a court appearance for another out-of-state case. Being out of state meant the FBI was involved and they staked out his Louisiana mansion. After hours of waiting, YoungBoy finally jumped in his car and left his house. The FBI followed YoungBoy onto the highway and they turned on their sirens for him to pull over. YoungBoy was complying initially as he pulled off to the side of the road. However, once the officer got out of his car to speak with YoungBoy, he put the car back in drive and floored it down the highway. It wasn't long before YoungBoy ran into heavy traffic on the highway and was forced to take the chase to the regular streets. After creating a gap between him and law enforcement, he jumped out the car and began a chase on foot, which was a terrible choice for YoungBoy, as he was wearing designer shoes, skinny jeans, a jacket, and some chains, making it probably the worst outfit possible to run in. Officers began catching up to YoungBoy on foot, and that's when we saw YoungBoy taking the chase into a fan's backyard, because as YoungBoy was running by, the fan noticed and took pictures of YoungBoy, running with the officer close behind. Although YoungBoy's fun would end shortly after, with police and K9 units catching up to him.
You gonna talk to us? Tell us what happened, or
as soon as we're done with everything,
we'll take off the handcuffs, okay? But
yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm probably if I haven't committed a crime or done nothing.
Okay. All right, give us a second, okay?
Okay, no voluntary statement.
Hey, he's not willing to give a statement.
You know, any statement, any voluntary statement?
No, sir. Mr. Martinez, I don't want to give a statement. I don't want to be in this.
YoungBoy caught a bunch of charges for the chase, from speed racing, resisting arrest, and much more. The judge didn't take it easy on him, but with the fortune YoungBoy's created for himself, he was able to bond himself out of jail after offering up a ton of money and houses.
For YoungBoy out of California is a $540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million, and he has to wear an ankle monitor. However, he's not going to be on house arrest. According to the bond set by the California judge, he simply has to wear the ankle monitor but is otherwise free to travel. This is very big. Why? Given that the California judge found that these circumstances are sufficient for a YoungBoy, why would a Louisiana judge find any differently? The Louisiana judge is looking at the same facts, he's looking at the same charges, and he's making a decision under the exact same federal law. Sure, it's a different court and a different circuit, and the way the laws are applied varies somewhat from state to state, from circuit. It shouldn't vary a lot. If this California judge said, hey, this much money and these restrictions are good, it would be very, very weird for a Louisiana judge to say, oh no amount of money and no restrictions. That would be very uncommon. I fully expect that the Louisiana judge on Tuesday will release YoungBoy on.
Despite his extensive criminal history, YoungBoy was extremely lucky to only receive 23 months in the firearms case, especially when you take into account that prosecutors typically like to make examples out of public figures to deter others from committing similar crimes. However, with YoungBoy serving his time, it continues the sad downward spiral we've seen from him in recent years. He was originally cool with every rapper early in his career, but he's only continued to act worse the longer he's been in the spotlight. He started creating constant beefs with rappers and sharing incriminating lyrics in his songs. Back when YoungBoy was arrested for the high-speed chase, NLE Choppa supported him by releasing a song titled Free YoungBoy. But Choppa switched sides when YoungBoy started dissing fallen rappers in the industry, most notably King Von. YoungBoy ended up dropping his hit song Bring the Hook in 2022, which had the entire rap scene reacting to it. DJ Academics tweeted, YoungBoy on demon time right now, and he's dropping another tape. But Lil Reese spoke out and defended King Von by tweeting, that ain't no demon time, he just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap. To which Choppa let his stance be known, agreeing with Lil Reese, saying, I stamp that, showing he doesn't like the disrespect YoungBoy was throwing out there. But with how intense YoungBoy is in his beefs, he called out Choppa. As he rapped, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I could say I saw it, you could say I was your favorite. Soon after, we heard Choppa speaking on the beef between him and YoungBoy.
He's not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him. When to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
Choppa even spoke on it again with DJ Vlad, as he wanted no issues with YoungBoy anymore.
When you heard that, what'd you think?
It was funny to me. I feel like, it's not serious when it hit the net. It's funny. I mean, it's just entertainment to me.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars.
Although he'd hop on the Breakfast Club too, and he stated, YoungBoy needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. He needs to stay out of trouble and focus on his music. While not much more came out of the Choppa and YoungBoy beef, it wouldn't stop him going after other rappers. A perfect example of YoungBoy's rage is what happened between him and Jay Youngin. Initially, the two were good with each other and dropped a collab song together titled Up With Me, and Jay took the time to praise YoungBoy when they first got to knowing each other.
Me and YoungBoy, soon we will be making music together. I'm a fan of YoungBoy music. Yeah, we gonna collaborate pretty soon and put on for our state, because when we do, I feel like this is gonna be one of the hardest collaborations ever.
However, it'd all fall apart when Jay accidentally made an Instagram post with an unreleased YoungBoy song. YoungBoy hated Jay for doing this and commented on the post, "Delete this now. I don't know how you even got my song. I don't mess around like that." It seemed like a genuine mistake from Jay, but Jay didn't back down and said he wouldn't take disrespect from anyone.
I'm a real and I stand on everything, you hear me? Ain't no gonna play with me, ain't gonna disrespect me.
Jay even dissed YoungBoy on the song titled 38K. With him rapping, "You put that comment on my post, they laughed about that, but I was laughing when your baby mama was on me," as photos revealed that Jay had been hanging around with one of YoungBoy's baby mamas. And this is when the beef turned real, because not long after that, Jay was taken out at his family home. No one knows for sure who was behind the hit, but just months prior, YoungBoy made a video directed at Jay.
You be hiding. We real headhunters, man. Come on, man. Open their mouth, came to what they was, man. Oh,
However, New York rapper K Flock is about to start trial. He's facing life in prison. Did you know the K Flock trial starts March 10th for the Oscar Hernandez passing and his RICO charges? What looks like a scary case of evidence left Flock calling rapper Top 5, saying he will be home sooner than we think.
Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my dog. Soon come home, man. You got these little boys walking around with no jewels, Flock. They need you. They need you, Flock. I'm coming,
As K Flock's trial was pushed to March 10th after it was announced, New York rapper K Flock sent in a bond request early in court this morning. He's been sitting in jail since 2021. The news article likely caused this by announcing Flock's team brought up issues inside of court about his current jail situation. Inmates targeting the rapper for money, snacks, and commissary has become an issue, leaving the rapper in several physical altercations. As K Flock's jail situation is a result of the crimes that he committed, however, his lawyers made a statement regarding his soon release from jail, as they believe his trial will be a slam dunk win. The trial description reads that on December 23, 2021, New York rapper K Flock, otherwise known as Kevin Perez, was involved in a situation leading to the passing of a man named Oscar Hernandez. On this day, K Flock was walking down the street in the city. From the photos, Flock is seen walking past a barbershop with two other individuals. He's wearing a blue coat with a shiesty mask. As Flock walks past the shop, a man known as Oscar Hernandez steps out suddenly. Oscar noticed it was Flock and yelled at him down the street asking, "What are you looking at?" A small argument brewed up between the two on the street, but after shouting back and forth at each other, Hernandez began walking away from K Flock. As Hernandez has his back to him, Flock pulls out his firearm from his waistband and uses it towards Hernandez. Flock connected to Hernandez multiple times as he tried running back into the barbershop. Being left on the sidewalk and Flock fleeing the scene, ambulance and police were called, and he'd unfortunately passed in the hospital from his injuries. All that was left at the scene were shell casings and Hernandez's slides that he was wearing. The NYPD had no lead for 24 hours. They had no idea who did the act to Oscar and who was responsible. However, it wasn't long before the NYPD secured video surveillance and made posts asking the public for information on their suspect. With K Flock being popular, his fans quickly ratted him out to the authorities and informed them it was him. Because on the same day the incident went down, K Flock flexed the designer jacket on Instagram. The NYPD then put out a warrant for Flock's arrest. He took the time while he was still free to hire one of the best lawyers in the game. The following day, Flock and his lawyer got together and walked into the NYPD's 30th precinct. His lawyer then put out this statement. "Yesterday, I accompanied Kevin as he self-surrendered to detectives in the 30th precinct. Arrangements were immediately made with NYPD once I learned he was wanted. As to the charges against him, we have begun our investigation into these allegations. We will address bail once we have had a chance to review the case and further investigate the DA's noteworthy disclosure." K Flock's lawyer was then given all the evidence the feds had, and he truly believes K Flock was acting in self-defense.
When the guy hits the ground and is found, he's got a loaded that was in his pocket that his hand was on at the time. You know, we consider that to be self-defense.
So he did keep him in self-defense.
That's what the allegation is. You know, I don't want to talk too much about the details of the case, but the government claims that he pulled the... But at the same time, the person that was on the ground had his hand on a illegal loaded, apparently about Kevin.
Okay. So without saying too much, you're arguing obviously self-defense. That's the crux.
You know,
of the case.
that could be one of the arguments, self-defense. And I would say to the public, you know, somebody's walking up to you with a loaded, it's pretty clear is going to use it, with a criminal record a mile long. Do you want to get or do you not want to?
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't hesitate to pull the...
After the statement was released, the NYPD put out their statement. The NYPD believed this incident was street-related, based on K Flock's affiliation with a Bronx-based street team. It's on record that he's heavily involved in street-related acts. Being a big-name figure, he had lots of control on situations and was a main target when his ops would retaliate. This ended up destroying his name in the rap industry fast, leading into his best friend saying,
"Okay, but so I saw some fans who were off at both me and academics after K Flock got locked up because just because I guess, like, you know, in our tone when we talked about it, you know, it might have seemed like we were being a little too presumptuous. But is that weird for you? Because I'm sure you see people all the way from rappers to whoever acting like, you know, your boy is just done and he's cooked in this situation.
I ain't gonna lie, people
Especially people that don't even be knowing, like, y'all don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah. K-Flock and his lawyers are convinced and claim the situation was an act of self-defense. They were sure they'd have a positive verdict and he would have been released already, yet he's still behind bars. This had rappers reacting to his case saying,
"What's it like for you watching the K-Flock thing happen?" That's crazy. Next big artist coming out of New York.
I love Flock, so I like that. I like that. That's my guy.
Okay.
But you know, I'm wishing him the best right now, you know what I'm saying? And you know, for the alleged charges they pushing on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing his family the best. I'm wishing the whole team the best and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I hope he beat them alleged charges, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot of future brightness. He got, and I hope, you know what I'm saying? Everything just wake all the young kids up. Like how fast it just,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
That would be a sad story if that's the end of it.
No, we ain't gonna think like that, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta stay positive.
But with K-Flock's lawyers building up the self-defense argument for the case, it turned much worse for K-Flock. With the announcement, K-Flock was indicted by a federal grand jury for multiple new racketeering conspiracy charges, also known as RICO charges. Hip-hop creators reacted to the news worrying for K-Flock. K-Flock just caught a RICO. It's really over. DJ Academics also said, Feds just unsealed an indictment on K-Flock for a RICO charge. The mandatory minimum if he doesn't beat those charges or snitch is life in prison. He still is facing state charges that have him locked up. This relates to what Boozy said about YNW Melly. When the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
When they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, they want you, man. I just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
As K-Flock should be released from jail by now, even his lawyers agree as they would react to the new RICO charges sharing. We're not surprised by the federal charges as we've been fighting Kevin's state charges for over a year now. Considering the incident was a clear act of self-defense, it wasn't a strong charge. The fact that it's now being used as a basis for a possible penalty charge is extraordinary. On video, it is crystal clear that Kevin was about to be affected after attempting to walk away from the other person. Only then did Kevin use an item to defend himself and another from an armed team member who was about to pull out his item from his pocket. The feds are trying all tactics to get evidence on K-Flock, even going to his co-defendant. Academics tweeted, K-Flock's co-defendant Sticky says they came to him to ask him to snitch on K-Flock, and he told them, "No, I'll see you in 30 years, sharing this Instagram photo of Sticky and K-Flock on the street in New York City with a caption saying, "Did stuff at RL together, guess we gotta defend our freedom against these people together. It's all fun and games till those people come." They said, "Tell us about Kevin, help yourself. 30 years is a long time. Well, guess I'll see you in 30 years. This is great and bad news for K-Flock. The great news is his co-defendant will stay loyal to K-Flock till the end. The bad news is, in cases as severe as this one, there are 15 people minimum being targeted for this charge. With the feds looking for possible snitches against K-Flock, they will likely find someone to tell on him. But it feels very similar to Durk's case right now, where reports came out of people snitching against him, but it was false. An example being, Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie filed for protective custody when they came to court together this week, which got the attention of Lil Durk's best friend Bezu, who reacted on IG Live.
Don't no more know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all done threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. On my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them all put under the jail.
With all this going on, we finally heard from K-Flock himself. K-Flock was on FaceTime with his friends in the free world, although it's unknown how he got FaceTime in jail. Although sources claim K-Flock's commissary money gets him whatever he wants. With these photos of him on FaceTime, many fans noticed he looks worried and almost like he's been crying inside jail. He doesn't look like the regular confident K-Flock we're all used to seeing. The call only lasted around 20 seconds, which I can't share due to copyright, but these photos give us a clear picture of how K-Flock's looking these days and how he feels on his current case. However, not every rapper who went to prison had their life ruined from serving their sentence. Kodak Black's struggles happened from going to prison. Did you know Kodak mentioned on Instagram Live that he's waiting to pass away? He quoted this from a tweet. "Every time I see Kodak, I get so sad. That man has like 4 baby mamas, and none of you greedy women care about him for real because why aren't y'all helping? Probably sitting around waiting for him to pass away," which he would then react to on IG Live.
Everybody getting while we waiting on other people too, right? Other people, they don't know how to let time do its thing. Everybody like let time do it. bro. Time is the best. What you call it? Whether it's gonna heal or whatever it's gonna let let time do it. You gotta be patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. You know, like I'm saying, it makes absolutely zero sense. No sense at all. Or try to approach the situation with any type of aggression. The whole world on. Everybody on. Your man on. Your on. Everybody getting. While we waiting, while we just down here waiting on when we're gonna.
But this was only the beginning. More tweets of, every day I see a new video of Kodak strung out, not even acting like a human. Is someone gonna help him? Another tweet shared, anyone else afraid if Kodak doesn't get help, we're gonna lose him. Things are bad. As they went viral after video showed Kodak eating chicken in the middle of the road.
The wrong thing. Take a seat next to him. Take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food. Enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother. Oh, hold on, please. I want to be better. Bro, I want to join them, bro. I want to be down here.
Kanye West even spoke out trying to save Kodak, asking other rappers to help him.
Okay, so I thought Kodak was in Miami. I see he's in Atlanta. So I'm getting a flight down to Atlanta right now and do something. So anybody that's already down in Atlanta that knows him and knows anything about him, I know I said rappers and all that, but right now I need y'all, man, to like really go and do something. Like we can't. I know y'all think I'm crashing out. But y'all, you see me talking, I'm expressing myself. And look, man, please don't. I know I said a lot, and just let me go down there and go help this man out.
But what happened later in the night confirmed Kodak needs serious help. Kodak was pacing around his room claiming he's Drake's favorite rapper, which he could be, but it's more of a confirmation that he's hanging with the wrong crowd. He's surrounded by people who would rather film him being strung out than helping him.
I'm Drake's favorite rapper.
Who?
I'm his favorite rapper.
You Drake favorite rapper?
Yeah.
Nah.
He always say that, even his people always say that. They always say that. Even when he ain't, you know what I mean? Even when he ain't around, so shit like, oh, no, it's for real, bro. You just got it.
However, there's an explanation for how we even got to this point, which is important to hear. On February 28th, 2023, it was announced Kodak admits to being on drank, but denies being on other items, after he pled not guilty on possession and firearm charges.
I was on the and I was asleep in front of my family house, bro. That's it. I was on that drink, sleep in front of my people's house, but that ain't illegal. And that ain't illegal. So all that shit is just the process that it had to be in other mud shot. The process that even though like bogus is plastered all over the internet, then on top of that, it's like, bro, like, I'm Haitian, and then it's just like my era, bro, like, nah, like, man, you better off.
As shortly after this IG Live, the feds raided Kodak's Florida home and arrested the rapper. While in lockup, he hired lawyer Bradford Cohen. He secured a deal to have Kodak sent to rehab rather than sitting in jail for 2 years.
Kodak, whose real name is Bill Capri, faced a judge Tuesday in an Orange after turning himself in following an arrest warrant issued for violation of his pretrial release. Authorities said he tested positive for during a random test earlier this month.
It is just unjust and not right about this situation.
Black, addressing the judge after the pretrial release technician testified he may have mixed up the samples between Black and another patient.
There's no way you tested positive. We can resolve that by way of a hair sample, and that'll clear you.
Judge Barbara Duffy then asking for a hair sample today to clear up the alleged mix-up, which Black refused, rather choosing to check into the Legacy Rehabilitation Facility for 30 days as part of his pretrial release.
This resulted in Kodak pausing his music career for roughly a year. Releasing no music and no Instagram lives, his career stalled, and many forgot about Kodak. However, while in rehab, Kodak turned his life around quickly. Kodak was writing music, working out daily, and becoming a better person. He dropped his hit song, Walk, gathering 33 million views, climbing back to the top of the charts until the success went to his head. He would be featured on a Kai live stream, where Kodak had extreme sweats, was swatting at the air and saying random things.
You can't always say it, but at times when it feels good, that's when you say it sometimes. Yeah. I thought your name was Bubba. Hey, oh.
The morning after the live stream, Kodak would hop on IG Live, trying to explain the situation.
Come on, say y'all people like who be on that. Y'all be on all type of shit. Y'all be on take all type of stupid. You know, but I take you one and y'all be so hurt. Y'all don't wanna like it anyway. Yeah. Everybody else who be coming like on that timing, they ain't got no motion. They broke, they hurt, they something, or they trying to come into life some kind of way and trying to like look for any type of little. Yeah, I could come in that way. Oh, I think you need help. Oh, look, bro, I try to like, and then you don't think.
With millions disappointed that he broke his sobriety and made himself look terrible on live stream, this lingered for many months, getting the attention of Bunk, who would reach out to help Kodak, being very caring.
But right now, man, we worried about you. You don't look too healthy. And from the outside looking in, it's obvious that you're a and I don't believe for 1 second you just doing for your own enjoyment. Nah. You trying to find something to fill up that void that's within your chest. See, I've been where you at right now. But by the grace of God, I'm clean. Them strongholds have been pulled down. Them chains are broken. So I'm qualified to talk about this. You got to make a decision, bro. You got too many people looking up to you. And from one father to another, got to set the right example for your son. This coming from somebody who genuinely cares. So if you come across this video, you want to sit at the table, break bread, man, holla at me.
However, just 1 week later, things got worse again. A fan would interact with Kodak saying they love it when he is sober, leading into Kodak responding pretty aggressively.
Say I love when Kodak's sober. Chain sober. I look sober.
That nigga's going for two.
I know it's sober. For what? For what? Look at all this money. Look at all this cash. Sober for what? We are sober.
To then showing up to the Baltimore Ravens game, once again looking out of it near fans with a tweet reading, "NFL fans are worried for rapper Kodak's health as he appeared off," while showing love to star QB Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey Kodak, what you gotta say about the Ravens, big G? I love the Ravens. Hello. Hey, what about that boy LJ, man? What you gotta tell the flock about that boy LJ, man? Yeah! Yeah! Hey, that boy Yak in the city. Yeah, Yak in the city. I live out here. Hello. Yeah, Yak in the city. Baltimore, let him know.
This was the final straw for many in the rap industry. Watching Kodak go down a terrible spiral, it was clear he needed help. It was announced, Wallow and Gilly give some life advice to Kodak, saying, "Don't ever doubt yourself. You got them babies counting on you."
Don't ever doubt yourself. You got them babies counting on you. There's gonna be times where you're gonna doubt yourself, you're gonna be in pain, but them babies counting on you. You gotta be here. And I'm telling you that because a lot of people get around you and they see your success and they say, "Oh man, a lot of people need you," and they yes man you. I ain't here to yes man you. You know me, every time we connect, you know I got love for you. Not because I need you, I got love for you because you're a young cat and I was young, Gil was young. Live. And I'm telling you that because you see that love that lady get, you see how you light up when I talk about your babies? Live. These people want to laugh, they want to joke, they want to criticize. They don't know your pain, I don't know your pain. But I know one thing, them babies counting on you.
Trying to reason with Kodak on his recent struggles because his life is bigger than just him. According to Google, Kodak has 5 children and is the breadwinner of his family. However, Kodak's worst day was in the following weeks, beginning his day on a live stream, jumping on his counters, not even speaking English.
Bitch got the sentence. What you want a Mac? Got some sick that got the sentence. Bitch, boy, got some sentence. Boy, on radio, on your back. Yeah, stuck on the Mac. Hey, stuck on the Mac. Then a bed rest. There's a long nap because she took it out too late and you can't do it back. You can't help.
This was an important day to Kodak. He was invited to the White House and became the first rapper to ever tweak at the White House.
So like imagine a world if all of us was just one color. If all of us was just blue or green. Oh, if everybody was smart, you gotta have some dumb people. Oh, what if everybody was rich? Who's gonna take the trash out?
With this going viral online, Kodak would respond. He would apologize to everyone and wants to use his influence for change.
I'm honestly, I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry to the people who I heard it. I'm sorry if you don't understand me. I'm sorry if you just don't like me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to everybody that I've wronged. And I'm so sorry to all the times I made my mom cry. And I'm sorry to all the girls who heart I broke. I'm sorry to Young Miami. You know what I'm saying? For kind of disrespecting her and stuff like that. She accepted my apology.
She did?
Then later on that night, responding to Kanye West's message to save him, as it would be shared, Kanye a real one. You know why he's a real one? Kanye is the only guy who still likes Diddy. I'm pretty sure the feds will seize all that boy's accounts. Kanye just did some real stuff. You know what? I'm gonna do a collab with you. That way bro can get some money and stuff.
Sleep when people done woke me up like, yeah. Kanye a real one. You know why you a real one? Cause like I'm some whole kind of like Kanye the only still did it cause he know he ain't a lot of the other look at me. I'm clean yeah. In her why Kanye cause like